Hi, this is Francisco Bujan from vitalcoaching.com. The topic for this video today is free your biofield. If you're not familiar with the idea of your biofield or etheric body or energy body, this is probably one of the biggest things that I think we are going to start working on as a human race in the coming years or centuries. I really believe that this represents the secret to happiness, to health, to being grounded as a human being and having a fulfilling life. And the reason why we don't know much about this, it's not common knowledge, it's simply because it's very hard to measure. We don't have right now instruments that allow us to give us a very specific, detailed picture of our biofield in an easy way. When you want to take your weight, for instance, you go on a scale and you get a measure, an instant measure of how heavy or light you are. When you want to see your figure, an expression of how beautiful you look, you just look at yourself in the mirror and get a direct feedback, right? So there is a measure, there is a way of analyzing or measuring those things on a physical level. Now, when it comes to the biofield, we have nothing. Remember the myth of Narcissus, right? Being able to look at yourself in the mirror and realizing your true self, realizing who you are. Well, with the biofield, we are a little bit in the same situation. Right now, we don't have yet a mirror which allows us to reflect what we are on an energy level. And this creates a big challenge because for most people, the biofield is not something that they think about. Your electromagnetic vibration, the energy body that is in and around you right now is not part of their daily life for most people. So it's important to develop a sense of awareness and also start developing techniques or tools to actually increase your energy level and be able to multiply your level of health, happiness and emotional freedom, which are directly linked, I believe, to your biofield. So you have to realize one thing, and this is something that I have been experiencing and developing over the last few years. It is the fact that when you have an emotion or an experience in life, this will leave a mark or a blueprint on your biofield. It means that, for instance, if you get scared, or if you get extremely happy, or if you simply get bored, it leaves an impact on your biofield. Your biofield, it's like a screen that records the set of emotions, feelings, thoughts that you go throughout the day. Now, if the set of emotions that you are feeling is just normal, average, the impact on the biofield will be just normal. It's not going to have a very strong impact. But now, imagine that you have some form of catastrophic event, traumatic event, something wild, and that impacts on your biofield in a powerful way, then this will leave a very strong impact and what we call a disturbance in your energy body or in your biofield. So right now, again, we don't have the tools to measure these things. We don't have like a scanner or something that allows us to see that impact, because basically we didn't invent yet the tools to measure that. I really believe that this is the way it works. The thoughts that you have, the emotions that you have, the feelings that you have are having an impact on something which is not directly the physical body, but the subtle aura which is surrounding and penetrating every single cell of our body. It is an electromagnetic vibration. It is something which is subtle. I think it's more complex than that. At this stage, we cannot yet really measure or really understand, comprehend the full dimension of what's going on that level. But I do believe that this is the key for the future of our human race, for the evolution of our human race. So, what can you do about it, or how does this concern you? Besides, being a nice concept and idea you can think about, well, I do believe that you have ways of impacting on your energy body on a daily basis. And you have seen that I've been recording videos on dynamic breathing, on energy techniques, on live food and raw food. So those things, the reason why I'm talking about these things is because I believe they have a direct harmonizing and energizing impact on your biofield. So far the techniques that we have are breathing techniques, sound work, right? You can sing mantras, or you can sing, you can do vowel sounds, these kind of things. You have physical exercise, you have sex, of course, physical activity, you have eating live foods. Why eating live foods? You know, like greens and vegetables and fruits, uncooked foods. The reason why it has an impact on your biofield is because the biophotons contained in that live food, in those raw products, is actually higher than when you cook the food. So you take this life force internally, you digest it, and you basically get the benefit of the life force which is contained in those products. More techniques you have. Energy exchange. Of course, when you share energy with somebody, another human being, you'll notice that there is something which is happening, which is a circulation of energy or energy exchange. So things like dancing together, or having an interesting conversation with somebody, and having the feeling of love and connection that happens at that moment is of course going to have an impact on your biofield. There is more. There is nature connection. Of course, if you go for a walk through a beautiful forest and start hugging trees and, you know, having a fantastic time, or jumping in a beautiful waterfall, in a pool in a tropical forest somewhere, you'll notice that all this harmonizing power of nature will start impacting on you. So this is all very powerful. If you have a pet, it's the same story. If you have a plant in your bedroom, it has also this kind of harmonizing effects. So you have all these areas, things that you can work on. If you are not sure where to start, go and check previous videos that I recorded, you know, on sound work, on energy techniques, on breathing techniques. All that is right there, and you can start using them on a daily basis. So the goal here is to build up what we would call energy capital. You can really, instead of simply waiting for your body to get sick or feeling like you're unhappy or depressed, you can actually start building up energy capital by practicing simple things every day. You know, it's not much, it is like 5 minutes. It's an energy investment that you put into your biofield. And in my experience, it takes maybe, you know, anywhere between 5 minutes to half an hour of practices, of daily practice, to stay on a high, health-wise, emotional-wise. And it is very, very powerful. It touches again on the invisible, and the goal is really to harmonize and clear your energy body, your biofield. So how does that work? Well, every time you breathe in and out, you know, in a more dynamic way, anytime you use an energy technique, you will notice that it's actually having an energy impact. It means that it clears your energy channels and allows you to have an energy body which is frictionless. In other terms, it removes the negative disturbances in your energy field. And of course, you heard about emotional freedom technique. That's another one that you can use. The thing is that once you start researching on that and start applying these techniques, you will notice that it starts having a subtle impact. And again, the challenge is the fact that we don't have anything to precisely measure what is happening. Right now, we rely on feelings, impressions. You know, sometimes those ones are vague, and we don't have like you know, a scan or an exact measure of what's happening. If you want to have a measure for yourself, you can ask yourself a very simple question and say something like, right now, how high is my energy level between 0 and 100%? And you start estimating like that day after day, and you will notice that your feeling is actually a very, you know, good measure. It's not 100% accurate, but it gives you you know, a general idea of how good you're feeling on your life. Okay, so the key you know, message for this video is free your biofield. Realize that there is something going on there on an energy level, on an electromagnetic level, and it is time to start focusing on it. I do believe that we will make big discoveries in the coming years or centuries that are going to revolutionize the way we see ourselves as human beings. I do believe that it's going to happen, and right now all we are looking or waiting for is really the technological help to actually be able to scan you know, a human being and see what's happening on the Biofield. Right now, you know, when we talk about auras, we talk about that, all that is a bit you know, vague, appears a little bit spooky, a little bit, you know, not really clear and you know, mainstream. For now, it's something which is a little bit of a sidetrack, and I think it's only a tiny fraction of what we actually are going to discover in the future. So, you know, before this happens, what you can do is already work on yourself and you know, empower your energy body, free your energy body. Okay, I hope this makes sense. And if you have any questions on that, of course, post in the comments. This is a vast topic, and right now I can, you know, share more insights with you. I have 20 years of experience of working with that through yoga, energy techniques, breathing techniques. So I am a little bit familiar with that, and I have observed the impact that those techniques have been having on my own life. And of course, I've been coaching lots of people on this topic as well. So get in touch, or you know, post something in the comments. If you want to have sessions, coaching sessions, one-on-one on this topic or on anything else, go to vitalcoaching.com/coaching.htm, and those things, those techniques on energy techniques, they are at vitalcoaching.com/energy.htm. Okay, you can go and get the videos, the extra videos, the audios, some articles on this topic as well. For now, greetings from Shanghai again. It's a little bit cold to jump in the pool today, but maybe another time. Talk to you soon again. Bye bye.